Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Weide-Market and this is Weide-Market. Weide-Market exists to help you figure out your path towards genuine wealth, as well as share ideas about the future of income, the future of work, and in the light of the fourth industrial revolution and making money in an automated world. In this video, we're going to be talking about genuine wealth and the different aspects of genuine wealth. I'd like to start by giving a shout out to a couple of my recent subscribers. These include Dionodia, Tiko Tataisa, Vusi Mbabiso, Pila Sibanze, Vinash Pirag, Ronald Ndolomba, Deirdre Erasmus, and Vuyiswa King. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate your support, and I ask that you continue sharing and liking the videos. If you can help me achieve 200 subscribers by the end of August, I will give away 2 Easy Equities vouchers by the end of the month to 2 lucky subscribers. I am an engineering technician and I work in the automation industry. I've always been fascinated by figuring out how things work, and this is where this YouTube channel also originated from my curiosity about how does wealth work and how can I get a piece of that pie. So in recent times, with the COVID pandemic hitting us all over the world and some budget constraints that I had to go through with my own budget being cut from the company I work at, I had to really dig deep and understand the flow of my own finances, as well as figuring out how to live off less than I was used to. By the way, constraints are the very things that drive us to be more efficient with the resources that we have available to us. When I say the word wealth, it is most likely that your imagination drifts off to some faraway, luxurious, leisurely hotel, or a beach that you can suck pina coladas on, or just walk around the beach without a care in the world. You might be drifting off to luxurious planes and beautiful cars, and that you have no end to your money. If there are 2 takeaways that I'd like you to take away from this video, is that number 1, we should all be more grateful for the wealth that we do have in our lives, and number 2, money is just a tool. So allow me to share some ideas with you. I'd like to start off with the purpose or passion in your life. How do you determine your passion? How do you find and live out your purpose in life? Well, let's imagine for a minute that you walk past an ice cream shop on a hot summer's day. And as you enter this ice cream shop, you realize that there are hundreds of different flavors to taste from. How do you find your favorite? Well, you'd obviously have to try all of them. And to do this in a short amount of time, you're going to have to overcome bellyache, brain freeze, and the sugar overdose afterwards. If you take a longer time to do that in, then obviously there would be less pain, but it'll take you longer to find your favorite. The same goes for finding your purpose in life. If you want to find your purpose and your passion in a short amount of time, you're going to have to try as many things as you possibly can, and obviously fail at many things as soon as possible. In doing so, you find what you are good at, as well as the things that you enjoy, and in combining these, you can live out and enjoy your purpose and living your passion. We'll talk a little bit more about how passion fits into genuine wealth later in the video. As I alluded to earlier, money is not that important. It is just a tool and only one part of genuine wealth. Imagine for a minute there is a quadrant with a circle in the middle. The circle in the middle contains your purpose or your passion, and the 4 quadrants around represent genuine wealth. The word wealth means an abundance of or plentiful supply of a particularly desirable thing. Genuine wealth is made up of these four quadrants. Firstly, as you may have guessed, financial abundance or the abundance of money. Secondly, the abundance of quality relationships. Third, the abundance of health. And lastly, the abundance of time. Let's take a look at each of these individually. The abundance of money or financial wealth comes to you, or if you want to achieve it, you need to master 3 laws of money. The first law is that you have to keep some of the money that you earn for yourself. This means spending less than you earn. And by the way, I've done a video on this in the past. I suggest you go check that out, about more details why it is important to spend less than you earn. Once you get to spend less than you earn, and you should keep at least to the bare minimum 10% of the money you earn one side for yourself. That brings me to the second law of money. The second law of money is to use the money that you keep for yourself and find out from experts in their fields on where to invest that money. So for example, if you want to invest in jewels, you go to a jeweler instead of going to the guy who does construction. If you want to develop a property or build a house, you go to the construction guy and not to the jeweler. The third law of money is to develop the skill of making your money work for you. In other words, getting returns on that 10% that you kept for yourself. And once you start generating these returns, not to use the returns, but to reinvest that to create further returns. In other words, make your money get children and get the children to get children. It is said that money is a great servant, but a terrible master. So this is once again necessity to master the skills and the language of money. You also need to understand the flow of money between assets and liabilities, and use your income and your expenditure to balance your liabilities and your assets. Liabilities are things that draw money from your pocket, and assets are things that increase your earning potential. I'm talking about assets that generate income. Moving on to the next topic, or the next part of genuine wealth, quality relationships. You can also think about an abundance of quality relationships as social wealth or status. Once you achieve the abundance of quality relationships, or if you want to achieve the abundance of quality relationships, you need to learn how to build relationships and sustain them over a long period of time. You obviously need to do this at home, in your personal life, and at work or in your business life. You can intertwine these as much as you like, but the fact is that there are different dynamics when it comes to your personal relationships versus your business relationships. It further means that you have been able to learn how to work with people and interact with people from a place of respect and integrity. Integrity starts with yourself, and the definition for integrity is doing the right thing whether people will find out about it or not. And this is why it starts with yourself. So for example, if you get up in the morning and you decided the day before that you're going to exercise, then the integrity is start exercising. Do the exercise that you committed to, so that you start building integrity in yourself, and you start building self-belief in that what you say you will do, you will actually do. The next quadrant, as we said before, is the abundance of health. Now, health includes physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. And once you achieve the abundance of health, it means that you have been able to achieve a balance between these 3 aspects of health. It means that you eat well, you exercise well, you prepare mentally for the day, the week, the month, the year. In other words, you might be doing meditation, you might be spending time on top of hill and just find some quiet time. But you rest well enough and you prepare your mind well enough so that your mentality is in such a place that you are in good health. And then obviously you need to also acknowledge at least and find a balance with the spiritual world as well. Moving on to the last quadrant, which is an abundance of time, is a tricky one because we all only get 24 hours in a day and 365 days in a year. So, what does it mean to have an abundance of time? Well, first off, it means that you have learned to set priorities and stick to them. Secondly, it means that you have been able to manage your time effectively and that you are in control of your schedule. In other words, you don't say yes to everything and everyone that comes across your path. Tying all of this back into your purpose and your passion, I'd like to say that all of these things, all of the wealth that you do have in your life, and by the way, the point I'm trying to make is that we all have some aspect of wealth in our lives. But if you have all the wealth in the world, from financial to relationships to health and time, but it doesn't tie to your purpose, then there's no meaning to it. Your purpose and your passion gives meaning to every decision you make and every action you take. And once you achieve your purpose or you define your purpose properly, you will find, or I believe at least, that you will find that your purpose serves the greater good. If your purpose does not serve the greater good, then you need to have a look at how your purpose have been defined. Once you define your purpose and your passion properly, and you center all your wealth around your purpose, then you can focus, leverage, and direct your wealth towards achieving your purpose and your passion on a daily basis. In doing so, you achieve happiness in your own life, which you can then share to the world around you and make the world a happier place. That brings me to the end of this video. Thank you for watching to the end. Please destroy that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so yet. Hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss future videos. Check out the rest of the videos on this channel and please share it with your friends and colleagues so that they can also subscribe and stand a chance to win the Easy Equities voucher at the end of the month. If you can help me achieve the 200 subscribers, I'd really appreciate it. And I wish you a good weekend. Enjoy your Friday Eve. It's the end of the week. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Be blessed.